Hey, so what's going on, guys? To make this a prompto live real quick. I'm walking right now, so y'all gonna have to bear with me, all right? So on my page lately, I've been seeing over and over and over again. I'm sorry, I can be looking at women. On my page, over and over, I've been seeing lately that there's a group of people, including someone pretending that she's Toxic Diamond, emailing me. Now, it's three different ways I could take this from, but I'm gonna put it from here first, right? Okay, so first things first. I don't know Toxic Diamond, got me? I don't know Tasha K either, all right? And I don't know Storm Monroe. I don't know any of those guys, all right? Which brings me to this. For the past probably 3 or 4 months, for some reason or another, I've been YouTube beefing with them. Which subsequently led to my page actually getting flagged for a video I did about Black China and her interview with Tasha K. Now, I don't care what nobody say, everybody was talking about it, but for some reason or another, I was directly targeted, you understand what I'm saying, to flag. So like, this is all about favoritism, you understand what I mean? And favoritism goes a lot of different ways, meaning like, you know, it's your favorite vlogger or your favorite YouTube personality, so you want to be like, hey, I like them, so we gonna go against whoever. But y'all motherfuckers started getting like this downright disgusting with it. Like, I don't go to people's pages and flag their pages. I don't go to people's pages and be like, don't donate to him, or it's so funny. That's why I laugh at it. I don't do any of that shit, you know what I mean? So it's like when somebody do that to me, I'd be like, oh, this is coming from a different place. Now let me tell you some of the things that have happened to me. One, my page was flagged, but we can't figure out who was flagged by, so I can get it reinstated, because the person not only made a dummy email, but they deactivated the account. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no way to go back and retract the what's the name, because they literally bombed me and then turned around and deleted their profile. Even when I went back to like respond to them, there's a person that told me, and she was going by Toxic Tosh or some shit like that, which was meant, I'm pretty sure, to mix me up or whatever the case may be, which I don't even care. It's the point of this. Why is it that many of, and I hate to say it like this, and I'm not trying to be funny, I keep seeing this from black women, you understand? And that's the thing that bothers me, because never have I went on any Latina or black woman's page and been like, yo, don't donate to her. Now, I want to talk about Toxic Diamond. Toxic Diamond. Let me tell you about this shit. Toxic Diamond, the problem with her is, simply this. Chick, you can't stop. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. I ain't been on this girl's page. I ain't covered no stories about them. Hell, I even stopped talking about, my if you want to call it, my lead, which is Jaguar Wright. I haven't talked about Jaguar in a very long time. And the reason I ain't talked about Jaguar, because I started looking at it and I started saying to myself, you know what? All this bad traffic, all this bad vibes, it might be coming from her and her page. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, let me leave that alone. Let me fall back. You understand what I'm saying? But guns strong, nevertheless, you know? And good thing I kept the finger on safety, because there she was. Now, Toxic Diamond, or somebody pretending to be Toxic Diamond, sent me an email. All right? An email to my email address. Not a comment, not a nothing. I'm going to put that up for y'all. I was chilling. I was like, yo, I ain't going to give this no energy. I ain't going to put it up. I had made a whole nother response video that I ain't even posted yet. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm going to do that too. And just get down to it. And let's talk about like real talk. Like, what's really going on? You know what I mean? Because, chick, I don't know if you want to beef with me. And, like, I'm going to be honest with you, Toxic. You don't want beef with me. You understand? Listen, sweetheart, I've been all around the country 10 times over. You mentioned Bad Boy Entertainment in that. Ask yourself, do you really want to fucking beef with me? You don't want that fucking problem. So, I was trying to be nice about it, because I was still considering her a black woman. I thought everything that we were doing was in shits and giggles. But when you start having a full-on campaign to try to wreck me, like, that's corny. Like, Listen, shorty, I'm not Jaguar right. I'm not Jaguar right, all right? The only similarities we have, we both from cities. You from the country. You understand what I'm saying? And I got people down in Atlanta. You know how many times I've been down in Atlanta? Shout out to Compound. Shout out to Esso. Shout out to my nigga that run Esso. All my Ethiopian niggas. Like, shorty, if I really wanted to get at you, I could get at you. If I really wanted to get at you in Las Vegas, I could get at you just like that. I'm not Jaguar right. Alright, so all the little silly games you playing, getting your peoples to come on my page, just go for them too. I don't give a fuck how tough you think your boyfriend is. I don't give a fuck how tough you think your cousins are. Any of that shit. I can guarantee you, I know some motherfuckers that will prove them to the point. That's all I got to say about Toxic Diamond. Relax, man. Relax. It ain't that serious. I wasn't bothering you. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't talked about you. I ain't even posted up the email supposedly that was sent to me. And any of you motherfuckers that's watching this, go do what you do best. Go fetch her for me. You understand? Now, moving on. Tasha K, I don't even think it's an issue. I don't even care. It might have been Tasha that flagged my shit, whatever. I don't even care. This YouTube shit ain't that serious. There's too many media outlets to be out there. You understand what I'm saying? It's too many. So, I'm going to say this and I'm going to end it like this because I don't want this to be too drawn out. I can't do lives right now because, well, y'all know the obvious. My page got flagged for 90 days. I can't do no type of live streaming. So that brings me probably up around my birthday or something in May. You know what I'm saying? I stay at a hotel, okay? A hotel, that's spelled H-O-T-E-L. All right, that's where I live. I do not have an address. I cannot use the hotel's address. You understand? For all these black female and male geniuses to come on here. Can you use a hotel for your address? So I'm not the only person that has that problem. Two, I'm seeing too many people of color put faith in the white system. Well, just go to Massa. He gonna give you a job. Bitch, I ain't got no address. Motherfucker, I ain't got no address. Well, just go to Massa. He gonna help you. He gonna help you get an apartment. Chick, I've been waiting for 5 months to get an APT. Matter of fact, if you followed me in my story, you would see I was in a locale that I wasn't even supposed to be at because they didn't have no fucking space for me in the locale I was supposed to be at, which I've only been there for a month and a half. Okay? I don't come on this motherfucker and ask people for anything. As a matter of fact, if you pay attention very closely, I just had somebody I had to respond to today because they was like, yo, I was trying to send you something, but I ain't seen no links because I don't put up a link for everything. I don't get on here and beg nobody for nothing. Matter of fact, the post I put up, I was just joking. But if you're not listening to the post, if you're not looking at older posts, if you don't care nothing about men of color, if you have a problem with men of color, maybe your daddy wasn't there, maybe your uncle wasn't there, maybe your mama spent her whole life telling you how your daddy ain't shit, that's great. And that's cool. But I ain't that guy. You understand what I'm saying? I got real issues, real things going on. I film the things that's going on. The shit that I go through in a daily dose. I'm going to put up this video for y'all, right? Because I was going to hold it. The shit that goes on, I'm in the hood, first of all right? So I'm not in the nicest areas for starters or none of that shit. I'm in the hood, all right? And there ain't many hood areas where I'm at. So that goes to stand as testament to that. I have never seen so many people of color pretend like they got it going on and everything else. But you know what the funny thing is? Things are getting back to normal. Meaning people are getting these COVID shots, things are going back to normal, and your normal ass that was working at McDonald's, your normal ass that was working thinking you an essential worker, this goes for any normal motherfucker. Those motherfuckers is working at the grocery store, they got the chest poked out because they got a job right now, whatever. None of you worthless motherfuckers ask what you could do to help the people. I can name you thousands of men that are on, I'm in New York right now. I had to count at least 6 men that got on the train, 6 men that got on the train and literally was asking for money. That's begging. And they were asking for money because they were hungry. Being homeless ain't funny. And if you really think that is being funny, then you a piece of shit. And I hope every worst thing in his life that could possibly happen to you happens to you. You know why I say that? Because you're trying to fit into a white system that you don't even have the articulation for, you don't have the pose for, you don't have the dignity for. Instead, you want to approach it as a fucking actress or an actor. But when the real question comes down, so where'd you grow up at? Oh, Jenkins houses? You think you're going to say that around some tiered white folks and they look at you, don't side-eye you? See, I don't have to say that. I grew up in the fucking suburbs. I make no mistake about it. My grandfather, he busted his ass to make sure that all his kids went to school or whatever. They didn't have to live in the fucking hood or nothing else. And you know what? My grandfather's from Philly. All right? Hood Philly. So he know. This is one of the worst times it's ever been in my life. I grinned through it all. I switched over to doing comedy because that gives me some, you know what I mean, some ease or whatever. You asking me to believe in a white system over my own people. That's what you say, ladies, men. And how the fuck you know what a real man is if you ain't had no daddy in the house? How the hell you know what a real man is? See, a lot of y'all got it fucked up. And you want to turn around and talk about why you begging that. But it's okay for you to go out here and ask a man to take care of you though, right? It's okay for you to go out here and act like you're better than everybody else when you ain't had fucking shit in your life. Now, like I said, things are getting back to normal nowadays. And all this facade about motherfuckers being essential workers and all that shit because you work at a grocery store, all that shit about to come to an end. And you know what's going to happen? Your ass going back being the normal motherfucker you were before this shit started. The same normal motherfucker you was before this shit started, your ass about to go back to it. And society opens up more and more and more. So you might want to think, as you running around trying to kick people when they down, when you running around trying to point your finger at men of color, when you don't have no idea of taking no demographics of what it's like right now in this tri-state area with men my age, younger than me, and older than me, being in a homeless situation and it being so oversaturated that there is no help. Every day that I'm up, we are mandated to look for work. We are mandated to go out. I don't sit around at the hotel room, and I can sit around there all day if I wanted to. That's lazy. I'm up at every morning. You can ask the staff at 7:30, 8 o'clock. I don't sleep all day. And many times I'll be up to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning trying to edit a video because I ain't had no time during the day. Why? Because I was looking to get myself back into school. I'm not an uneducated man, so don't tell me shit about being a real man. Do you know how many sisters? I had a sister I helped get hired. And she turned around and acted like she didn't know me. I've had sisters, 2 of them in particular, and they'll tell you this. And one of them I ran into not too long ago. What up, Charlene? Charlene will tell you straight up off the bat, her baby father was in jail. She was holding it down, all right? And this is a sister that lived in the high rises. And I went over there when I seen her because that was my man. I spent $500 and some dollars worth of change to buy her 3 kids, it ain't my kids, Christmas presents. I done let chicks stay in my house. Don't worry about it, Ma, I got it. But soon as a man of color get into something, I'm starting to see a cycle here because it ain't just me. I've seen other brothers too. Soon as we get into something, it's, oh, that nigga ain't no real nigga. We depending on white people to hire us. Let me ask you this. Since so many of you chicks got your own businesses and shit, how come y'all ain't hiring niggas? Nah, you won't. He's on up over Massa. Massa got me another. It's almost like women of color are pretending so much that they now joining in on bashing men of color with white folks. The choice is yours. I need to go to the grocery store some more shit. The money that y'all donate to me, I don't spend. I don't move it. I don't go buy fly shit. You see this hoodie I got on? This shit costs $4 on the street, nigga. You understand? So we got to get to some point in time. We got to get some point with the people where people is actually sitting back and saying, okay, what do men of color need? Because every time I turn on the TV, the only thing I hear is women, 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 over and over and over and over again. Men are the structure of society. All right? There ain't no getting past that shit. I don't care what color man you are or whatever. If I walk into a room as a man, that's what I'm going to be looked upon. What you doing all this advocacy and all this shit over and over, it's almost like you're force-feeding it to motherfuckers. You're saying the women need help, but fuck the men. The women need help, but fuck the men. No, I say fuck you, and fuck anybody that thinks like you. We don't need you in our culture. We don't need you to speak for us. We don't need you to advocate for us because you have a one-sided, one-gender agenda. And the feminism that you're embracing is the wrong type of feminism. There's no Sister Shahrazad Ali said it best. What are you without me? Now, if you want a pretty yellow baby, you want to take it back to Mammy on the plantation, you be my guest. That is your business. But I'll be damn if you join in on the motherfucking oppression that I already have so you can be seen. When I know and you know, no matter how much you pretend, baby, you've been collard greens, chicken, and Kool-Aid all your motherfucking life. Now all of a sudden you want to be filet mignon. I'm out. And the links are in the description. Anybody that want to help out a brother. Now when I get out of this shit, one thing I got to say is this. It has really changed my mind of how I view people of color. And especially the women. To the sisters that have helped me, Annette, Patrice, Lolita's Kitchen, I can't even name, whether it was $10, $5 or whatever. I could have been up out of this shit months ago. But y'all want to see the story. So I give y'all the story. I was giving y'all the story until I had some man-hating women come over to my page or whatever. Ladies, you got to get it together. If you hate men and y'all won't want to be a nation full of Amazons and y'all kiss on and fondle each other and start families by adopting kids and become lesbian couples or whatever, so be it. So be it. But don't think along the way of you doing that you're going to bash me. Don't think we're on the way to you trying to become a superstar. Baby, I already been a superstar. I roll with superstars. You understand what I'm saying? This is a fact. Check my motherfucking resume, knuckle. It's a fucking shame. But you want my protection if you get into some shit. Now do you understand why these men film you instead of helping you? You the problem. Guys, links in the description. Thank you so much for just listening to me for a minute. I just had to vent. I'm going to put up that email that got sent to me, and I'm also going to throw up some other things that you guys probably hadn't seen yet. But if you're going to sit here over and over and over and over and over again and bash men, at some point or another, you got to realize and recognize that you're going to need men sooner or later to help you the fuck out. I don't care if you need to change a tire. I don't care if you need to build a fucking bridge. I don't care what you need to do. You're going to need some help. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to tell you guys finally this. There's no hate in anything that I'm saying to you guys. There's nothing I gained from doing this live. And like I said, whether or not I put this up is my choice later. But I had to get it out at least. So I'm going to film this. I'll upload it later. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's why I do it like this, and I do preordained videos like this. Because if I choose not to, I don't have to go back at the live and be like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that. But right now, today, I'm kind of feeling like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Because this shit is getting out of hand. You cannot use male bashing as an excuse for why your ass had problems as a child, why your ass didn't have a daddy as a child. Your daddy left. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Your uncles ain't want to fuck with you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. No positive men ever came into your fucking life, and now as an adult, your pathetic ass is sitting up online like a grown-ass teenager bashing men that are fucked up. I'm going to start going around here filming some of the situations, and not only just New York, but the atrocities, and y'all can see how bad men of color have been affected, and nobody is helping. It is a failed system. It's a system that was not prepared. It is a system, and I'm talking about the homeless system, it is a system that was not prepared for COVID-19. And if you can't get that through your head and you think things are still running the same way they're running, and I know a lot of y'all live in Utah, Arizona, one of these dippy ass states like Florida, where they just had to close down Miami yesterday, literally. They had to have a 7 o'clock curfew because motherfuckers are running around. Or if you live in Atlanta and everybody running around, or you live in Texas and everybody running around with no mask. I don't live there. I live in one of the hardest hit areas in the tri-state and lived through COVID-19. I relocated myself on my own and my last time back to Connecticut to escape what was going on here in New York. You get me? Now, if you can't understand that and you can't get with that, remember this. I worked the same motherfucking job for 17 years. How dare you, you cantankerous bitch, tell me I'm lazy. Motherfucker, you ain't never did half the shit I done did. So stop pretending, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I mean it this time. I'm out because this shit got me hot. Guys, the links are in the description. I'm going to keep it a buck since I can't ask for nothing. I can't put my links up even when I don't put my links up. Motherfuckers just comment. How you going to comment on somebody's post and the link ain't even in there? Retarded motherfucker. Guys, the links are in the description. Pick whatever one you choose. All donations help or whatever. But don't pretend I get on this mic and ask for shit because I don't. I'm muddled and ass here and there. And whoever the punk motherfucker is, male or female, to keep coming over here, I just want to say this and run back and tell your motherfucking leader this. Fuck you, Toxic. Fuck you, Tasha, if it was you. And fuck you, Storm and Roll. And on top of that, Storm and Roll, you a man. I'll fuck your ass up.